Welcome. You are joining us in Fit as a Fiddle Plus. I want to tell you a little bit about what we're about. So Fit as a Fiddle, the definition is to be in fantastic health. That's the official definition of Fit as a Fiddle. When we hear about, oh, she's fit as a fiddle. Well, nowadays, fit means healthy. However, in the past, fit meant fitting, as in something that is well suited for a particular purpose. So we want you to be fit as a fiddle plus in all four domains of health: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. Join us as we explore everything health and wellness. Are you ready to go to the next level? We want you to be well suited for all of your endeavors. So today we're talking to Debbie Marks. I'm excited. Debbie, you and I have gone back how many years? Several.
Oh gosh.
Rita just asked me how we had met, and I told her that we met originally at several different networking. We just kept running into each other, and the most iconic one, if you will, is I was working in the salon industry, 12-hour days, and I finally made the decision for my health that I was going to cut back on my number of appointments that I was doing. And so the first thing that I decided to do is Fridays were crazy busy in the salon because, all of the ladies want to get their hair done for the weekend. And we did the mayor's wife, we did the fire chief's wife, we had everybody in the salon. And Fridays were so crazy busy. And I thought, you know what, that would be a great day for me to not be there, to not schedule clients and just loosen up the whole area a little bit, because the waiting area, Debbie, you probably have been in the salon, and the main waiting area was in the front where my station was. And it would just allow some more room if I didn't have all of my customers in the mix along with everyone else's customers. So I decided to take Fridays off. And once I made that decision and kind of got my schedule turned around to where I didn't have clients on Fridays, I ran across this ad on Facebook, and it said something like, oh, if you want to turn likes into raving fans or something to that nature. And I thought, what is this? And it was a meetup on the north side of Columbus on a Friday morning. And I thought, I'm going to be kind of bored on Fridays because I'm so used to working 12-hour days. And before I get my Friday filled up with a bunch of nothing, I thought maybe I'll go to this and see what it's about. And so I go to this meetup, and Debbie will remember this. And I went to this meetup, and I found my way to somewhat over on one side, kind of toward the front, and I'm listening, and I turn around, and lo and behold, there on the other side, a little further back, was Debbie. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that girl. What is she doing here on a Friday morning, all the way in the north side of Columbus? And because I knew you'd lived outside of Columbus a little ways. And of course, I was down in Canal Winchester on the other side of town. And so from there, we started attending that event on Fridays, and then we would go to lunch afterwards. And since then, it's grown, it's moved, it's done all kinds of things. But that was when I really connected with Debbie, was at that event, and we started having lunch together. And then we bought one of the programs out of that event. And it was kind of a do-it-yourself, go through videos, and it was a whole video training program. And we each bought that. And then we decided to meet up on Friday. I think it was still on Fridays, was it, or Mondays? Maybe
Mondays.
So then we met up, and for the next 12 weeks, we got together every Monday, and we went through that program together. And so anyway, that just kind of cemented us from then on, because we kind of rolled up our sleeves and figured out that program together on Mondays. So that was kind of fun. So anyway, about Debbie. Debbie is a global marketing entrepreneur. She is an online home-based business owner and coach, a health and wellness coach, a social media trainer, a consumer direct marketing, organic homesteader, author, and speaker. So, wow.
That's a mouthful.
Debbie. You've come a long way. I love it.
You underachiever, you. That's it.
Yeah. Now, I know I've not officially met Rick in person, believe it or not, although Debbie has mentioned him often. Debbie and Rick, they've been married for 47 years during her life's journey. Now, while looking for a place to fit in, she's worn many different hats. She started as a sales clerk for a local department store. This was the start of gaining posture and determination to help her customers have a great experience. She received several 100% customer ratings from secret shoppers. Yes, definitely an underachiever, right, Rita? Debbie's most favorite accomplishment was becoming founder and CEO of Prairie Rose Quilting House. When I first learned this, Debbie, I was quite surprised. So this is where your love to help people actually started, from buying inventory to running classes. It was exciting. Each and every day was a different adventure for her. Now, she moved through a variety of home-based businesses, which included fabulous food containers, cooking equipment, makeup, and even jewelry. And today, Debbie's present position is a key ingredient in living healthier and longer. And we're going to let her tell you about that. She even went back to college and she received her degree in mortgage financing, after my own heart, being a passive income coach. And she worked as a mortgage processor, assisting customers in applying for a mortgage to acquire their dream home. And then while wearing the customer service hat, she worked as a front desk receptionist for a construction company. So she knows a little bit about, I was just telling Rita today, I had my call list was all about tree removals and empty units and clean outs and all of that in the construction industry. So anyhow, she gained more experience in customer service field there, and then she moved on to a front desk receptionist, which included completing a night audit for a major hotel chain. She's married to her first love, Rick. She has 4 married children and 9 beautiful grandchildren. And so they're all enjoying fun times on the farm, from planting to harvesting fruit and vegetables, which they enjoy throughout the winter. And she says the family that works together builds and survives together. So, and she's going to tell us all about that journey. That's quite a journey, Debbie. So tell us from the beginning a little bit about your journey.
I will.
Especially your health and wellness journey.
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for asking me to speak here today. And can I just say, in January, it'll be 48 years. I said to my girls this weekend, 2 more years and it's 50. Oh my, we better get started.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
I know. My, where is the time gone, right? And let me just tell you, spending holidays together in our home is with the children is absolutely amazing. But I'll tell you, once the door's shut and the last one's out the door, my feet are up. It's like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end. And I wouldn't change anything for anything, nothing. So let me get started here. And let me share with you the story behind that description. So basically my once upon a time story for going green started in August of 2011. Up until then, I just lived day to day, and I honestly look at it as each day was a new year, because that's how short life had become. The years went by so fast, and it's really true. So, people say, well, why? And I go, well, you see, it's like this. Many years I was in constant pain. Many years I did, the antibiotics. And there was a 2-year span where every 8 to 10 weeks, I had a UTI with no explanation as to why. So, it's like, again, your constant antibiotics, one right after another. Well, in that particular year of 2011, I had just finished my second knee replacement within a year on the same leg, same right leg. And so I started with, again, I had antibiotics because of the pain that I was going through and the constant going in, and they would reevaluate and bend the leg out straight. And again, you'd have to go on antibiotics and pain pills and therapy. I was done. I was so done. And now we feel like antibiotics is just a simple fix that doesn't do anything. And so personally, I don't like to go on antibiotics. And we all, and the thing is, we all do it, right? We all do it. We look for a quick fix, hope it'll work. And if it doesn't, if I know this sounds kind of funny, but if you need to clean something, you do it, right? So if you have to do the dishes, you do the dishes. If you have to fix a pain, you take a pill. There you go. It's just as simple as that. And so and if you think about it, what I'm stating, you'll all agree with me that's what we do. So now let's go from going from medicine to another form of we do what we have to do. It's eating. You don't think about it. And when you're raising a family, going to sports, doing this, doing that, working 9 to 5, okay, we love our food. So we're very quick in going through the normal fast foods. Or if we get home, it's late and the kids are saying, what's for dinner? You pick up the phone and you place an order for pizza. And then you have to go back out, or if you're lucky, you can have it delivered, right? So I always call this my convenient food. So no matter what it is, if we love it and we find we're out of time, the short end of it is we just go with convenient food. So you're not making healthy choices, are we? And then, I actually have come up with the 3 C's of food. You've got your convenience, you got your consolation, and you got your comfort. Okay. So if you think about it, you've got your convenience of going to the fast food. The consolation is, okay, it's fatty, it's carbs, it's loaded. And then when you're feeling pain, or, you're just totally unfrazzled, it's comfort food, ice cream. Oh, I'm just dying for that order of McDonald's French fries, or whatever, even if it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, okay, now let's take a break. We're going to stop from the food, because I don't know about you, I'm thinking about the ham from this past weekend that's sitting in the refrigerator for dinner tonight, and the cheesy potatoes and the corn casserole and the fruity fluff salad, and of course, those are holiday foods, and you don't look to the holidays for food, but that's generally what happens. It's all there, right? And
yeah, what time should we be over, Debbie?
well, if it doesn't take you long, about 10 minutes, because it's scooping it out of the containers, putting it on a plate, and popping it in the microwave. Oh well, what can I say? So, all right. So we've gone back to 2011 and beyond. So now what I'd like to do is bring you kind of back here to the present time, right? And so remember I said that in 2011, I had my second knee replacement. And it was like, what am I doing? I was, the year before when I got the first knee done, I got C. diff from the hospital. So that took forever to heal. So when I was laying there thinking a lot, I had a lot to contemplate. I realized that in 2003, my daughters had been getting married, excuse me, and they started giving us grandchildren. And I'm going, man, I can't be like this. I want to have fun with my grandkids. They're my legacy, right? So one day I was sitting there kind of mulling over things, and a good friend of mine called. Her name is Debbie, good name. And she called me and she said, hey, can you come and meet Sally and I? And we want to let's have some coffee. I want to share something with you. I said, okay, I got to get out of this house, right? Well, I agreed. In fact, we even met at Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks on Memorial. And long story short, the two of them started sharing with me a company that was actually an online store that had over 350 products. And it was offering me this for my shopping list. And it's not, it's replacing what I buy in the grocery store, in the chain, the box stores, the stuff that comes from other countries and sits in the containers, to something that's made here in America. And it would get delivered to my door? Really? Are you kidding me? And it's
now,
wholesale.
Debbie, a lot of folks didn't want to do that for a while. They're like, no, I want to go pick it out. But now, since we've gone through this last year and everyone's gotten used to deliveries, that's an easy, and now we realize how convenient that really is to just have things delivered.
How true.
Yes, that now that's starting to look even better.
And you're right. And people did have a hard time with that conception to it. And but also going green was really not, it was talked about, but yet not understood. And people figured if they just wash with vinegar or clean with vinegar, that they were going green. Also, if they went to many of the grocery stores and they found things that said, simply green, I shouldn't probably put the name out there, but that's one of them, and they're saying, well, I buy that, so I'm getting, I'm getting no chemicals. Well, a lot of it is so misunderstood that when I started realizing what the store had to offer me, I thought, I really got to give this a try. I really do. There's no harm. I can cancel whenever I wanted to. But the point is that I'm not spending new money. I'm spending, which so many companies out there, you are actually spending new money, or I'm just converting my money from box stores to this store. And so, when you're unemployed, or, not unemployed, self-employed is what I want. and you're getting close to retirement age, every penny counts. So you really kind of look for the most convenient way of getting the good stuff. And so I really, honestly, when I started thinking about it and learning more about the company, I realized, you know, I've got grandkids that are going to come over here. They're babies, they crawl, they open up cupboards, they're curious. So I started realizing this is what I've got to do. I want to become a grandma who cares about my grandkids and who understands that they need a safe environment. They need to be able to have the freedom to play on the floor and not worry about what I washed the floor with. And this is true also too. Keep in mind your pets, your dogs, your cats, and you know, your little animals. I mentioned that this is an online store, and we have over 300, had at that time, over 350 products. And so I really enjoyed the thought that I could try something, and if I didn't like it, I could get my money back completely. And I thought I would just enjoy the shopping and have, like I said, have ship everything to my home, in which meant I didn't have to walk down the aisles in the grocery store of the laundry detergent and the cleaning products. And I'll tell you, because it's more evident now, if I have to just kind of cruise through that aisle, you can pick up the smells so easy. And it's almost like, do I really want to go down that aisle? And so, so I really found that it was important to learn about what these products are made of. And the basic concept is this: they are science-based and natural. There's no chemicals. Thyme and citrus is in the cleaning products. And as my husband described to my son-in-law the other day, he said, I was using the Mellow Magic and it smelled lemony, nice and citrusy. And he goes, it is a very pleasant smell. So, so now let's go back to where I am right now. Okay. And my journey, I'm going to say right now, has been amazing. These past years have, in the health and wellness, have become very important to me, a priority in every aspect of my life, my children's and my grandchildren. And even though the ones I haven't even met yet. My love for the shopping experience is by far the best of all my other experiences working from home, as Kathy alluded to some of my previous positions. Meleuca is and always will be key for exceptional products at reasonable prices. And what we are basically referring to reasonable prices is that it's, we used to say shopping at Target, but now it's more like Whole Foods, because at Whole Foods, everything is really based on being healthy for everyone. So I wrote here, people who don't know will comment about that it's so easy to say. Sorry, I got a little lost there. Of reasonable prices. But really, the truth is, it is the rule that we all live by. This is the way we talk about our products. We give no fluff. It is what it is. And we just share the experiences with everyone. I find that if my home environment is clean, without the use of chemicals, then I'm providing a healthy home with a peace of mind. But we need to understand that this fact actually does extend out of our front door or our back door, if not both. It's out into the natural spaces. You know, it's the beauty out there in this world, but we want to enjoy it. And it's very important to understand that this fact, being out in the environment, is like a second home for us. You know, especially when you're camping, you're outside. You don't have the comfort of being in a house with air conditioning and, you know, so on, running water. And so we have to remember that this, we are not only leaving to our children, but our grandchildren and our generations to come. Another example of my love for these products is I now have over 400 different chemical-free natural products that are offering me personally and my family and my husband the best that Meleuca has to offer. It's the best that nature has to offer. So it's the different shopping aisles that I have is, you know, my monthly supplements that I buy, because, you know, you see all the grocery store aisles with the vitamins on it, you really wonder what's in them. And you read about the different stores that offer you these different vitamins, and when they're tested, there's nothing in them per se that's on there. But you know, I get my personal care products. I also have healthy foods and drinks. Nobody should be drinking Gatorade. And my cleaning and my laundry. And I love the fact that when I do my laundry, you know how when you put it in the dryer and those lint vents are just full of lint after you do a load of clothes. Well, I'm here to testify that I can actually dry 3 loads of clothes on the same dryer vent before I even have to think about cleaning them out. So I know that I'm protecting and caring for my clothes to last longer. Now, towels, nah. Towels are towels. They will fill up your vent just as quick as normal. But the fact that I like it when I put them in the linen closet and I open the door, it's fresh smelling. It's not that wet, you know, smelly stuff. And
I mean, that's good to know. I do a lot of laundry running a bed and breakfast.
yes, you do. Sheets, you know, there's nothing like sleeping on sheets that have been washed with Meleuca. And so we also have essential oils. So yes, it's in competition with the other 2 companies. But the fact is that when I'll never forget this. I was sitting at convention and they introduced the new essential oil line. And I said to my husband, I go, oh, that's nothing but a bunch of hokey. I didn't know anything about them. But I soon ate my words, because I personally learned that I was so wrong. The company and everyone involved in sharing different aspects of the products and what they do and things like that, I soon learned that I was so wrong. And I learned how to use them. I used the benefits of them, and that there's so much to learn from using essential oils. And if you're like me, I'm very keen to when I hear people talking about essential oils. And hang on, I got to get a drink.
I would love to just jump in with a question for you here, Debbie.
Please.
I love talking about toxins. We could talk about it for hours. I'm extremely passionate about this topic as well. Very familiar with Meleuca as well. And I know that they have, like you said, the whole gamut of products, from the cleaning, the beauty, the makeup, the supplements, and all that kind of stuff, which I love. And I'm constantly teaching my clients, and as much as I can, the community, about toxins, because I think most of us know when it comes to good health, we know we need to eat better. We know we need to exercise more, but
Right.
most people don't know how much we're really bombarded with toxins everywhere. So what I
Yeah.
would like to ask you is,
Sure.
through all the changes, all the products that you've been using, and all the changes you've been making in your life, how has it changed your health from where you were in 2011 to where you are now making? And I know we make these swaps one at a time, from
Right.
our beauty and our cleaning and our laundry and all these things, which I've done over the last many years as well. How has it changed your overall health by making these changes?
Well, the first one that comes to my mind is this. Every winter, my husband would go through at least 2 months of respiratory problems, coughing, not able to sleep during the night. And I mean, it was a constant battle. And when I switched to using the laundry soap, and I also switched to using our CelluGuard, which is 99% EPA approved, it stopped. It immediately stopped. And since then, he has not had any problems like that during the winter. Now, and I'll say honestly that for me, it has given me a sense of knowing that I can leave a legacy. The supplements have, I know it improved my high blood pressure. It's improved my diabetes personally. And the only reason I'm wearing glasses is because I'm on a computer, but I actually had cataract surgery, and now I've got a perfect 20/20, whereas we have what is called NutriView, that in my past years, many people have improved their eyesight with this. My husband's had a colonoscopy, and his prostate was enlarged, not dangerous, just enlarged. And I immediately put him on the one supplement we have for prostate. And probably the other thing that I would mention about for him again is that he had been on a statin drug for cholesterol for years. And he is one that does not take pills, period. And so when we went to convention one year, and I took him with me, I mentioned this here, we went to a training session where we talked about the supplements. And the gentleman that created the one supplement, the Access, Dr. Wang, he actually developed it and works for Meleuca. And he was sitting there listening to him, and he turned around to me and he said, I want those. And he's not one for vitamins at all, period. And since then, he is no longer needing a statin. His cholesterol is at a great level. And my home smells clean, and I think about the fact that sometimes, I don't want to do this anymore, but then someone said, if you stop doing this, what about all the people you're going to miss not being able to help them achieve a goal of becoming healthy? And I'll give you an example. Last night we were opening presents, and kind of forgot the macaroni and cheese was in the oven. They kind of boiled over, and somebody went out to the oven to open it, and the house immediately filled with smoke, right? And unfortunately, I have developed a condition, but it's unfortunately it's from a machine that I was using. I have now like asthma type stuff and respiratory problems. But you know, it's nice to know that the minute we got the smoke out of the house with the whole house fan, the house went back to smelling good, and I could come back in the house and be fine. But it really has changed my life. I would never stop buying, and I've always thought this to myself: if you have been a customer for Meleuca so many years, and all of a sudden you stop, that means you have to go back to bringing chemicals into your home. And how is that going to be for you? Then you're going to become very aware of, oh, I didn't have this migraines. I didn't have this, and I didn't have that. And now they're back. So, you know, sometimes I want to say that to people. Think about it, really, what you're doing to yourself. And right now,
all those little subtle things that make you feel bad, but you don't know why. So it's just that
you're right.
Snowball effect of just one chemical on top of another. I mean, I've been working on detoxifying my body for years because I have rheumatoid arthritis. So I'm always trying to decrease my inflammation. And I did some, you know, deep dive functional medicine testing to see, do I have heavy metal toxins? Am I nutrient deficient? Do I have other environmental chemicals? And I came up with all these, there was all these environmental chemicals like gasoline fumes and things like that, and styrofoam chemicals, which I haven't used styrofoam and God, I can't even remember how long, but it's just they linger and they're around us. And as women, we're more sensitive even than men. And yeah, so just like we said, like it could be the chronic sinus sniffle, or the headache, or the migraines, or the just tired of the fatigue, the muscle aches, and not knowing what they are. But the chemical burden is huge. So yeah, we all need to, you know, focus on revamping our entire environment, our household, and everything we put on our skin and in our home as well. And even when we buy things new from the stores, you know, carpets and mattresses and furniture, they're infused with flame retardants and all kinds of other chemical toxins. So that's why we really have to, you know, be more mindful of what we purchase and, you know, what these companies are putting in to these products. So yeah, I'm glad
and
that
I can relate to that.
Your passion.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I'll give you an example. One time I was sitting in a certain restaurant, I won't name the name, and I happened to look over, you know, at the counter and see in the background there was a poster hanging about the stuff they use to clean and how hazardous it is. But the thing is, this sign was posted so large that the population probably overlook it. But like you and I and Kathy, when we see that, I mean, we begin to go, do I really want to come here and eat if they're posting about the chemicals they're using to clean, and they have to wear gloves, and they have to, who wants to wear a hazmat suit every time you clean, you know, really? And
think about the hospital workers. to the chemicals that they use to clean the floors, to wipe the surfaces. Yeah, you can't even grab one of those wipes to wipe a counter down without putting gloves on because they're so toxic. And now you're breathing it in. I feel so bad when I see the people from the environmental services coming in and cleaning the bathrooms. Just from them coming in and cleaning the toilets, I have to leave immediately because of the chemical fumes in there. And I'm like, girl, I was like, you better put a mask on. It's like because they're exposed to it all day long,
Right.
So
And think about all these house cleaners, these women that are house cleaning.
Yeah.
I mean, they're prime candidates for conditions, and you really feel for them, because I know of a well, she's with Meleuca now, but she cleaned 35 houses in a month. Can you imagine what she has exposed herself to? I mean, it's absolutely amazing. And I hope that, I've given a good health and wellness talk here. I could, like you said, I could go on for hours with this stuff, and you and I could compare notes.
This is very
Go ahead, Kathy, go ahead.
This is very exciting. Yeah, your message is so important, and I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. And it's just that I wish that I could find the magic statement to say, you know what, let me learn a little bit more about what you're talking about, because there's no magic in this company. It is what it is, and we don't hide anything. And I think that's another thing that I appreciate so well, is that they focus on the little people, and that's in our mission statement. The company's been in business for 35 years with this is absolutely amazing, with no law or no lawsuits, nothing. And everything that Meleuca offers is made in America. They're even, when the COVID hit, they were ready for it, because Frank got this inclination. So they made sure that they had everything they needed to help us. And little known fact, there were many government agencies that were actually coming to Meleuca for help during the COVID. And we're always out there. We helped with the tornado victims. Like I said, I could go on and on and on, but it's important to learn about the company and what it has to offer for health and wellness. That's their key. And doesn't matter what the cost is, do the research, and then we'll figure it out. Provide the product that we need. And that's why they're at over 400 products, and they're constantly coming out with new things, or I should say, new, improved, easier. And when Lysol and those other products, I did a study a few years ago, comparison, a couple of years in between, and the prices went up and the containers went smaller, but they devised a way where they did not look like they changed. And I did a whole breakup about that. I got to let you go, right? It's getting late.
No, I remember when you did that comparison, and you were showing us real life products on the grocery store shelf where the containers actually held less, but they somehow created the container to make it look like it was the same size, and they raised the prices and you were getting less product. And then when you finally did compare it with the Meleuca came out way ahead in the price comparison charts.
Yeah, it does. I have a whole breakdown, a whole what do I want to say? Spreadsheet? Oh, I don't know.
Mhm.
PowerPoint.
You've
on
done your
how I did.
homework.
I did my homework. And the thing is, Meleuca's prices have never changed. I can remember one year where out of 35 years, the laundry soap went up 50 cents. That's it. It's never changed. And the bottles have never gotten smaller.
Yes. Good stuff.
I
Good
think
stuff.
it's so important for us to just keep talking about this topic, and I'm sure you do all the time, Debbie. Just keep sharing the products, or I mean, like what I do, just kind of in my day-to-day life. When I see somebody using something that I know is really toxic, I just share information with them and share alternatives as well. And that's how I was introduced as well. When one of my coworkers said, "Hey, I see you're interested in natural health and wellness, and have you heard of this cosmetics company, that's all natural?" And she told me about it. I got on their website and I started to read about how the beauty industry, the makeup industry, has not been regulated by the FDA since 1938. And
Wow.
yeah, and they can just put in all kinds of chemical stuff that is known carcinogens, known neurotoxins, irritants, and they're allowed to put them in there. And they're all over our pharmacies everywhere, the dollar stores, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, I mean, everywhere. So, I mean, I fight with my family all the time. They're not always on board. My husband is still buying the plug-ins of air fresheners. I'm like, I immediately get a headache. I was like, it's chemical toxin. He's sprinkling the carpet fresh on the carpet. I'm like, you're killing me. So my daughter's a teenager now. So, and she's wanting to do all these hair care products and skincare products, and she doesn't care. She gives me this teen attitude, and she doesn't want to hear what I have to say. So it is a struggle.
Yes.
But there are people who do want to hear it, and I want to hear it. I want to know about it. So I'm always making the changes. So I appreciate other people who are in the same boat and continuing to spread the message. And so thank you for sharing that. So anybody who wants to get a hold of some Meleuca products, how do they get a hold of you so they can get some as well?
My information is simply, my email is debbiemarks54@yahoo.com. And honestly, use that first, because then I'll be able to share with them a link. If they want to give me a call, my number is 740-243-4085. And I'm kind of new at this talk thing, so I'm getting better. I'm getting better each time, and I just would like to share. It's strictly up to people. I don't push, I don't pressure. I just want to share it and let you know. And one of the, you're talking about the toxins and everything else, and the one other key big thing that people are not aware of is those that are sensitive to gluten, and how much gluten is in everything we use. People don't believe when you say it's in your makeup, it's in your laundry, it's in your deodorant, and even in your toothpaste, and it's just hard for people to understand, but they have to be willing to at least try it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why get into something that you can't get out of, where it's just simply, hey, this isn't really for me. And if you do it within 4 months, the first 4 months, and you can ship all of your products back and get refunded for everything. So, not that I have ever had a customer do that yet. I don't see why. And I mean, people that I talked to 11 years ago are still shopping. So so
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I answer good stuff there?
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
It was
Your voice went out there, Kathy, for a
Oh,
sec.
sorry. Yes, it was a great presentation, Debbie. Thank you so much. I put in the chat, and I'm going to put this when I upload the actual replay. To reach me, it's kathybinner.com, and I have a contact page there. I've got debbiemarks54@yahoo.com. Debbie's phone number at 740-243-4085. That's how you can get a hold of Debbie. And ritabrewer.com is her website, and you can contact Rita at ritabrewer.com. So yeah, this was wonderful. Thank you so much, Debbie. And
You're welcome.
what I want to do, though, is I want to give Rita just a little bit of a chance to tell us a little bit about what she does and what she is all about. And I put already in the chat how to get in touch with her, but feel free to cover that again, Rita.
Thank you, Kathy. And thank you again, Debbie, for being here. I'm a physician assistant by conventional medical training. I've been a PA in multiple specialties from medicine and surgery and integrative health for over 30 years. And I have seen too many people suffering with chronic diseases that are completely preventable and reversible. So I have to step away from the conventional medical model so I can help people and function in a coaching capacity so I can help people restore their health. I still work as a PA in surgery because I love operating. And I also am now working in a lifestyle medicine clinic a couple of days a week, but I love seeing my private health coaching clients where I customize a transformational health program for each person individually, from diabetes reversal. I love working with obesity and weight loss and type 2 diabetes reversal, hypertension, and all that kind of stuff, because all that stuff is reversible and preventable, and chronic aches and pains and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I work with people one-on-one for private transformation coaching. And yeah, follow me on social media, Rita Brewer Consulting. And like Kathy said, my website is ritabrewer.com. I offer free strategy calls. We can hop on a call for 15 minutes or so and talk about, what your goals are, and talk together and see if it might be a good fit for us to work together. I also do offer some deep dive, functional medicine, customized blood testing, lab testing to test for these toxins and nutrient deficiencies and all the things that our conventional doctors don't check for, but can be extremely helpful to get to the root cause of these problems. So that's me.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Rita. And a little bit about me for those that are listening in. I am a passive income coach, but I firmly believe that health comes before wealth. And I can't quote it exactly. I don't have it in front of me, but the Dalai Lama has a quote that said, what surprises him most about man is that man will work all their life to make money and give up their health, and then they will spend all of their money to try to buy their health back. And that just so resonated with me. And I said, you know what, health definitely comes before wealth. And so you have to get this part fixed first before you start working on your financial situation. And because again, what good is it if you get to your retirement years and you've lost your health, and so now you've got the funds to do all of that fun stuff you've always wanted to do, and now you can't do it anyway because your health is bad. So anyway, that's how I got involved in Fit as a Fiddle Plus. And so all of these replays are on my platform. And what I will do is when I upload it, I will upload all of our contact information as well so that the listeners can get in touch with us. And you can go to kathybinner.com and find all of the replays. The section's all there, and it's under Fit as a Fiddle Plus. So thank you so much for this tonight. I appreciate all of us being on here together. Debbie, love you, love you, love you. Rita, I can't wait to finally meet up with you in person. Rita and I met on Clubhouse, and we are co-modding, co-facilitating this particular meetup. And it's turned into not only a video replay, but also a podcast that folks can listen to. And so with that, I am going to sign off for this evening. And we will see everyone next time.
New year.
Fourth Monday in January. We'll see you for our next round. Thanks, Debbie, for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you so
Bye.
much. See you soon. Bye-bye.